What is up, guys? It's your boy Mitchell, and today I have another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle for you guys. This one is against Nito, and I found this person on Discord. So if you want to battle me, please hit me up on Discord. My username will be down in the description. So looking at our teams, I have Alolan Raichu, Jirachi, Rhydon, Alolan sandslash, Kommo-o, and Primarina. Nito is bringing a pretty standard team. He has Donphan, Blastoise, Rotom Heat, Aerodactyl, Hydreigon, and Scrafty. So without further ado, let's get right into the battle. So looking at the team preview, I can probably tell that Nito is more than likely going to lead off with his Donphan, because most UU teams, if they do have a Donphan on their team, they are going to lead off with it because it is a great suicide lead. Gets access to Stealth Rocks as well as Rapid Spin, which are necessary for a solid lead. And he also gets access to Ice Shard, oddly enough. I'm going to catch him off guard with my Surfing Raichu. I just thought this thing was really cool and just decided to bring it all of a sudden. And yeah, he's going to get a critical hit right here, and it's not even going to proc his Sturdy, oddly enough. But he's just going to go ahead and set up his Stealth Rocks, exactly what I predicted he was going to do. As I said, this thing is a great lead, and it's also physically defensive, hence the reason why he has leftovers on it. So that's a pretty darn good deal. And my Raichu is still sitting pretty at full HP, and he's going to go ahead and withdraw his Donphan right on out of there. I'm going to go for a Psychic. I'm not really sure what he wants to bring in, but I do know for sure that he's more than likely going to want to switch out just in case I carry Stealth Rocks on my Rhydon or something along those lines, so he could use Rapid Spin or Ice Shard or something along those lines. I'm going to switch out right here into Rhydon because I do expect that he wants to go for the Volt Switch. My Rhydon does have the Lightning Rod ability. Yes, exactly. He has the Lightning Rod ability, and that gives me electric immunity. Although Rhydon is already ground type, it doesn't really matter. It boosts his special attack. For some odd reason, I don't really know why they gave Rhydon this ability, because he already has an electric type immunity. I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rocks right here and get those up sitting pretty. He does have a pretty good weakness to Stealth Rocks, considering he does have Aerodactyl and Rotom Heat. So that's pretty good on my part, and I know it's kind of a risky play because Blastoises normally carry Rapid Spin or something along those lines. I'm going to bring in my beautiful little shiny Jirachi, and I'm going to get a little hurt by the Stealth Rocks right here, and he's going to go for the Rain Dance, and this animation is so funny to me. Like, he just shoots nothing out of his little cannon on his shoulder. It's pretty hilarious in my opinion. He's going to go for the Rain Dance right here. I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't Z Rain Dance out of all of the Z moves and Z weather moves that we've seen here lately. I'm going to go for a Thunder Punch. I guess this kind of maybe caught him off guard. This is obviously a physically defensive Blastoise, but it is still going to do a huge chunk, and he does get paralyzed, so poor on his part, and he gets paralyzed and he cannot move, so that's pretty great on my part, but it's very unfortunate on his part, and I'm pretty sorry that it happened to him because he definitely had better opportunities. This is an Assault Vest Jirachi, so it does indeed catch him off guard later on in the game because it takes an attack that normally nobody would think that this Jirachi would be able to take so well. I'm going to go for another Thunder Punch. Sadly enough, this is going to be able to 3-hit KO him, and I'm really kind of upset for him that he didn't get to do very much with his Blastoise as much as he'd like to, because he did take the time to get his Rain Dance up. He did go for a Scald right there. Normally that would have done a lot, but I am Assault Vested, and I do have a little bit of defense investment, not too much. I have a lot of physical attack investment in this Jirachi, but I do have a little bit of HP and defense investment. And for a third time, I'm just going to go for a Thunder Punch, and he's going to get a little bit healed up for his leftovers. By the ways of it's looking, I'm going to be able to knock this thing out easy peasy lemon squeezy. He's going to send in his Brohawk, aka the Scrafty. I think that's how you say this thing's name, Scrafty. I'm not too sure. Scrafty, he's going to send that thing in, and it's going to get hurt by Stealth Rocks. It's not really weak at all to Stealth Rocks, so it doesn't take too much off, but that is okay. We still get a little bit of chip damage and break any potential sashes. I'm going to go for Drain Punch right here, and because I am Assault Vest, this is more a bulky set of Jirachi, so I knew that I had to throw Drain Punch on here, and I don't have Zen Headbutt because of it. He's going to have like a little bit of a dirt move right there, and he's going to go for something that I'm immune to, obviously. He's going to switch right on out here into Rotom, and I know that Rotom is definitely going to want to go straight for something along the lines of Overheat. My Jirachi is weak to it because Jirachi is a Psychic and Steel type, although it doesn't look like it. It does have a very fat head, and that fat head consists of straight steel metal. So Jirachi's going to use another Drain Punch, and that's obviously going to knock this thing out. I do outspeed, so I wasn't fearing the Rotom. That's the reason I didn't switch out. I know that I outspeed. Rotom is very slow, and I really have no problem taking this thing out with Jirachi. So down goes the Rotom. That's a pretty nice threat out of the way. And he's going to send in his Hydreigon. And this is where he messed up, because Hydreigon is a Dragon and Dark type. He gets a little bit of Stealth Rock damage right there, not a big deal. He's going to go for Dark type. This is Stab Choice Specs Hydreigon, and I live that easily. Well, I wouldn't say easily. It takes off a solid 3/4 of my health, but pretty nice deal because I go for, I think, an Ice Punch right there, and I get him down to just as little HP. I know that I cannot take another Choice Specs, and I know that he's locked into Dark Pulse because most Hydreigons, the standard set, they normally run something along the lines of Choice Scarf or Choice Specs. He's going to go for another Dark Pulse right here, and I'm going to eat that up real nice, tasty rice and gravy. And that's going to bring me down to almost about like 65, I'd say, 65%. He's locked into Choice Specs, and obviously he can't do anything to me. So I'm going to go straight for a Moonblast right here because it is the safe play, and my Primarina is also Choice Specs, and locking myself into Moonblast really doesn't have any disadvantages against this team. Moonblast is Stab, and it does a lot of damage to really anything that's going to come in. Primarina's special attack stat is massive. He's going to send in his Aerodactyl right here. Unfortunately for me, this is Mega Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl, oddly enough, is one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. I really didn't expect that until one of the first times that I ran into it. Obviously a long time ago, but this thing is actually extremely speedy, and it will outspeed anything that possibly can come in its way. He's going to go for a Thunder Fang right here. Primarina will not be able to live this next Thunder Fang. I really thought Primarina would be able to, so unfortunately we're going to lose my Primarina pretty early, and I definitely could have done more if I would have conserved this Primarina a little bit better. I'm going to go out into my Rhydon right here. Now this is Eviolite Rhydon. Eviolite boosts both defenses, special and physical, by 50%. That's a pretty darn good deal considering that Rhydon is already pretty buff. He's going to go for Iron Head right here, and it's going to flinch me and get me super mad because I could have probably one-shotted this Aerodactyl from the point that it's at right now. He's going to go for another Iron Head and get once again another flinch. Pretty darn salty at this point. I knew that he could outspeed me. There's really no point in switching out, so I'm just going to let him take me down with once again another Iron Head. And unfortunately, my Rhydon does go down. This thing could have done more work because I do carry the Rock Blast, and that definitely would have been able to take the Aerodactyl out from where it's at right now. I'm going to bring in Mr. Chill, a.k.a. Sonic the Hedgehog, a.k.a. Alolan Sandslash, and he's going to go for a Stone Edge. Not really too sure why he didn't go for Iron Head. Either way, he would not have killed me because this thing is pretty darn defensive. I'm going to go for an Iron Head right here, and considering this thing is really, really fast and really, really powerful, talking about the Aerodactyl, its defenses are nowhere near up there, and I'm easily going to be able to take that bad boy out pretty darn quickly. Thank God, because that thing is a pretty massive threat. He's going to go out into his Brohawk, aka Scrafty, looking all nice and green and shiny, like Shrek. And I'm going to go for another Iron Head because Iron Head's accuracy is better than Icicle Crash's. I believe Icicle Crash has 80 while Iron Head has 85%. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe those are the stats. And I'm going to go for another Iron Head because I don't see why not, and knock this bad boy out. Unfortunately, he did get a flinch there, or else he could have went for a fighting type move, and that definitely would have done something to me. He's going to go back out into his Hydreigon, and I know that I won't be able to outspeed this thing, but he goes for a Fire Blast, and unfortunately he missed. That is super duper unfortunate because he probably could have won this game. So hacks go a little bit toward my way, hacks go a little bit toward his way. I'm going to use an Icicle Crash to end the game, and that's going to be a pretty darn fun game against Nito. Very unfortunate, and he could have done so much better, but it's all up to really what goes on during the game and what hacks are activated and what aren't. So if you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like on the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's been your boy Mitchell. Peace out.